Hi folks, this is all the fruit, and the woolly leaf zapotes in the Parque de Malaga are currently just loaded. What is the woolly leaf zapote? Well, short answer, it's a white zapote with woolly leaves. Long answer, it's a white zapote with woolly leaves. Well, white zapotes are not closely related to the normal zapotes, just like the black zapotes are also not closely related to the normal zapotes. You see, in Nahuatl, zapote just means big, soft, juicy fruit. So a lot of the zapotes are actually zapotes from the family Zapoteaceae, while the black zapotes are in the family Ebenaceae. They are related to the kaki fruit, and the white zapotes, believe it or not, they're in the family Rhotaceae, so they are related to oranges and lemons. And the woolly leaf zapote, there is not really a consensus whether it is a subspecies of the normal white zapote, Casimiroa edulis, or if it's a different species. I mean, it's distinct enough with those woolly leaf undersides. The white zapote has quite smooth leaves, but the white zapote also is quite variable, so there are a couple other varieties in there. But yeah, the woolly leaf zapote is quite distinct, so it is being regarded as a separate species. And here in the Parque de Malaga, there are 3 trees of the woolly leaf zapote at least. Apart from the big tree I just showed you, there are 2 smaller ones. And all 3 are loaded. However, the season has not completely arrived. We are now in May, which is a little bit too early for harvesting those. However, don't despair. White zapotes do not need to be completely ripe to be harvested. Actually, if I would rip off a big bag full of those things and keep them for a couple days, they would get ripe. But since I'm traveling here with a backpack, that would be quite a drag to carry them around. So maybe instead we have to find some which have already been ripped off for a couple days. And I found one lying underneath the tree. Quite a nice sizable fruit. Very soft on one side. And still firm, but starting to get soft on the other side. This side where it fell is quite soft. It got wounded here a couple days ago. Very unusual. I don't remember this medical taste from. I'm spitting out the skin. You can eat it, but I usually don't. Beautiful yellow inside. Sweet, but not very sweet. I mean, it fell prematurely. The strange medical taste which kind of confuses me. The firmer part is even tastier, but there is still this medical taste. How shall I describe it? The consistency is a lot like eating papaya, but laced with Papaya laced with alcohol. I hope they didn't spray it with some rat poison or something. I'm considerably bigger than a rat, but still. Tasty stuff. It's being cultivated in farms and gardens around here on a small scale. I really wonder why not on a bigger scale. It's quite a tasty fruit, but as soon as it's ripe, it gets really soft. It doesn't have a good shelf life. Now there are a couple fruits on the tree that have started changing color. They might be edible. On this smallest tree, which is loaded and where the fruits are very low, I couldn't spot a single one that's changing color. They are all grass green, basically the color of the leaves. This is a camouflage. As long as the fruit is not ripe, it is green in order to not be eaten by animals. Pity. I could get over 100 here from the ground without any effort, but they are not ready. What about the third tree? It's medium in size between the two other trees. The fruits are very tall and most of them are small. It will be in season even later than the first one. So we acquire a bamboo stick. Careful not to hurt the tourists. And let's see if we can get down a couple of those. If they are already starting to ripen, they should detach quite easily. Here seems to be one which is not completely green. It has a slight orangish brownish tint. No, it's still 100% hard. One more attempt. Here is one that looks definitely discolored, though it came off quite easily. No, it's still firm. Okay. I don't think it makes sense to get more of those. If I had a base somewhere where I could put them, for them to ripen for a couple of days, it would be great. Imagine the amount of fruits I could harvest and eat. Well, let's remove the bamboo stick before we hurt some passers-by. Pity, 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 pity. No, but I'm not prepared to carry them for many days. I've done this many times. Harvested some still unripe rare fruit. Often picked it up from the ground after a storm or wind and then carried the heavy buggers around for a week or so. And often they didn't even get very good. Oh no. Thou shall not pass. Danger. For treatment. I know those Spaniards. They like to use the most toxic agrochemistry on their parks, gardens and children's playgrounds. I just ate flowers from this tree and drank the nectar. Thank you. And I also ate, well, this is the sausage tree, and then nearby I also ate fruits from the white Zapote. You know what's funny? A couple years ago, when I was eating stuff in Spanish parks, my son warned me. He was over 20 already at this time. My son warned me, be careful when eating stuff from those parks. It might be treated with some pesticides. I said, oh, no problem. While I was eating a fruit, I think it was another African fruit. It was Dovialis Cafra. Was it Dovialis Cafra? Umcocola. It was Umcocola. And then I went on the other side of the tree and there was red tape everywhere and warning signs. And I already ate 2 things in this park today, and one of them was exactly this. Well, I mean, it's super poisonous anyways, the sausage tree, but they make even the most poisonous things more poisonous. So I think I'll give those 2 a try, but I will not harvest anymore. Tell me, folks, what do you think about the woolly leaf Zapote? Oh, wait, maybe I should tell you a little bit more about the tree. So it seems it's less frost hardy than the closely related white Zapote. But here in Malaga, basically the most tropical city of Europe, basically no frost here, it seems to do quite well. I've seen the white Zapote as far north as growing near Garda Lake, but it was a young tree. I don't know if it's gonna survive long term. So probably this one, don't plant it all the way north to Garda Lake, but I guess all the way north to the Riviera would make sense. Yeah, sometimes it's considered as a subtropical to tropical fruit, but some people said actually this should be changed to a subtropical to warm temperate fruit, at least for the white Zapote. This one, as I said, seems to be a little bit more tender. Also, somebody told me always show the bark of the fruit trees. Beautiful corky bark of this white Zapote, really nice. So tell me, folks, what you think about the white Zapote. Apart from that, stay tuned for a lot more fruit videos from the beautiful and incredibly fruit-rich parks and gardens of Malaga. And of course, don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe.